Hello, it's Karmatos, and I have some more new content, meme and or theme. And in this case, I think it is really the meme. And what do we got? Questravaganza. What's the theme? And or meme? Let's take a Lionel Johnson deck and shove it filled with every single card we possibly can with Quest, with the exception of the 10 energy coster, because, well, some energy curve things. So I'll go ahead and thumb through all this and explain what's going on. So these fellows are called Dark Angels, and their unique mechanic is this thing called Quest. And what is a quest? A quest is when you play the troop, it has a rally trigger, and that rally trigger has you pick one of three feature triggers, and those triggers are either deal damage to the enemy warlord with this troop, destroy an enemy troop with this troop, and you can die during either of those, and it'll still proc, or be the target of an enemy tactic. So, Mr. Lion L. Johnson happens to be the one warlord where when you, what's the word I'm looking for? His reckoning is complete a quest, 15 energy every time you complete a quest, reduced by 1. So usually 5 or 6 quests, and you pop this off. And then he heals 8, and then his warlord power changes from choose a wing, create a random troop from that wing in your hand, to 2 energy, give +1/+1 to both troops adjacent to you, repeat, or act again, and if you have no troops, draw a card instead. So, super good, especially that draw, and you'll see why for what happens with Forbidden Secret. Forbidden Secret, choose wing. So there's 3 different wings also with these folks, and pretty much the troops are divided about into thirds, and when you pick those, you have a increased, you only get from that specific wing, so you can kind of tactically pick what you need in response, or just stack up extra of what's already in your hand. Or Forbidden Secret is unique. This card always starts in your hand at the beginning of the game, and you will always keep it, and on your first or second turn, you will always play it, and it has 3 different warlord quests for you to complete. One is either play troops with high attack, one is heal your warlord a number of times, and the third, which is the one I will pick 100% of the time, is complete quests with your troops. Because, for God's sakes, every single troop has quest. So, always on duty. This gives frontline and 1/1 to a friendly troop. If it has completed a quest, choose a new one. So, this is especially fun if you have something that's like a 3/3, damage the enemy warlord, proc its quest, and then you can rebuff it and do it again. And generally, I try to use this when the quest is already exhausted and the troop is still alive, so that way I can guarantee do it. But we'll explore a couple scenarios where this is a pretty darn handy one. And 1 for a 1/1, ain't bad. Operator Decur, yes, so this is a quest that gives +2/+2 to a random Dark Angel in your hand. And for a 2/3, most of the time this will be played as deal damage to the enemy warlord. Most of the time. Zarian Squad, Unstoppable 2/2, and create a copy of this troop in your hand. I almost always place this as damage to the enemy warlord, unless I just know a tactic is coming, because even if they drop frontline, you can get right past it, hit that enemy warlord, and it's just the sustain 2, and there are some games where you will get off all 5 quest requirements just with this guy alone. And Lionel Johnson, oh no, that's right, Lionel Johnson is 14 for his reckoning. Forbidden Secret is 5, so you can actually get Johnson off a whole turn sooner. Oh, and the cards Forbidden Secret gives are so good. You'll see. Abandoned Supplies. So originally, I think I threw a tactic in here from Dark Angels that was like, give 3 attack and first strike to one of your troops, thinking that that would help with the quests, and I found that it just wasn't getting off the way you'd ever want it to. So I got rid of it and replaced it with Abandoned Supplies, and those are the videos we're going to watch because it goes a lot better. Idra Moors. Okay. He's nice. He's 3 for a 3/3, which is a great stat staple ratio. He also has frontline, and 3/3 in frontline is especially nice because it stops a lot of enemy warlord bashing. And if you get off his quest, you will heal your warlord an amount equal to this troop's attack. This one, it's usually damage the enemy warlord pick, but sometimes it's tactic, more likely than some of those other ones. This fellow. I threw him in just because he's a great 3-drop. You drop this, you pick a troop type, and booyah. And for the ratios of this deck, I'm pretty sure that it's, what are these? I think there's like 6 Deathwing, 8 Dread Wing and a couple of Raven Wing. It's mostly the red one with the yellow one being secondary. I'm really just thinking one by color usually. Zakaris. Delightful one. 5/3 for 4 is great stats, and deal 5 damage to an enemy troop. Most of the time, I think this actually doesn't even get off any damage on anything, because the enemy can usually play around not having a troop when they're targeting this with a tactic, or you're damaging them. But still, you can potentially get out 10 damage with this troop, or still get off a quest tick. And yeah, you can really mess up their board state too. Yes, the deal 4 damage to an enemy or heal 4 to a friendly troop. It's a great way to finish the game. It's a great way to have some control. There's not exactly any flank or fast in this meme, and we're going to win some games thanks to this, and sometimes you might even just heal a troop. That's one of these big fatties coming up. Here's a 5/5 that he deals 2 damage to all enemies. It's great. It's great. I like it. It's just a 5 for 5/5 and a pretty predictable quest, especially at that 5 energy turn. You can almost guarantee that they're going to start doing target tactics like destroy target troop or stun target troop, whatever it is. Once you start hitting those 5 stats, they really like trying to mess with them. Good front line. Heal 2 to your other units. I think that used to be more healing than 2, but either way, it's 5 for a 4/5 with front line, and the quest is pretty easy to get off, so that's nice. I liked this for a good board damage, and when you have a hand filled with these Dark Angel troops, because I think every one of these questers is it Dark Angel troop? I don't even think it's... Yeah, it's not Astartes, it's just Dark Angel troops. So, these all qualify. Yeah, it reduces the cost by 1 for each one enemy you kill. It's not like the most romantic pick, but it's nice. It's 6 for a 4/8, and 8 is, messes with a lot of people. And 4 is kind of sad because it can be bounced. Thankfully, I don't think it ever happens, but it can be. So, very dangerous in that regards for Ambassador Melgator. But the quest of gaining frontline and +2, a lot of times I'll play this as a kill troop because it's got enough toughness and a low enough attack that they might not try to tactic board wipe it. And if they have a troop out that I can guarantee will survive to the next turn, it's circumstantial. Knight Champion. Reduce the cost of all Astartes in your hand by 2. This is the Astarte one, and I think most of these are Astartes. A couple are vehicles like him or him. I think those are the main 2. So, huge if you get it off. In 7 for a 7/7, I almost always play this as if your enemy targets this with a tactic. Unless I know they're just running a full troop deck, because it's like a win-win. Either they mess with it with tactics, or they're going to take 7 damage to the face. Same with a lot of these, the higher the energy cost, the more likely I pick anti-tactic, because if they can survive the turn, they're pumping out 9 damage, 7 damage, 9 damage. This one's especially nice. It just destroys an enemy troop. Better played after they've necessarily played a troop, but still, just nice stats, nice cost. And this fellow is some fun endgame stuff where they'll stun him, and then you'll buff your entire hand, play, and deck by 1/1 for everything that's not a vehicle. So, let's see how we did. I believe we have a victory over, I believe that's a knight. That's Horus, and we do lose to Conrad finally. And then there's Shabrin, Hibu, Dai, and Elhren is where we start. So, you got a nice variety of stuff. Let's see how many times I can pull off Reckoning. I'll see how many quests I get out of quests. I got a pad of paper here and a pen. Let's see if it works. It does.
This will be a momentous fight.
Blades out.
I'm interested to see statistically which ones I pick and how often they work. So yeah, this is a great one for always pick and complete that. And because I have him and I have this, I can do both in the same turn. Now, do note that Always on Duty only lets you pick a new quest if the previous quest has been exhausted. You're not allowed to pick the wrong quest and then realize you can't get it off and then change it. You need to have succeeded before you can succeed again. I definitely picked the enemy damage, so, oh yeah. So that's 1 for 1. I'll just create 2 columns. I'm not going to worry about which ones I pick, just how often I get it to work. You know what? Yeah, we'll do it that way. Success and times. I don't know. A lot of ways I can do the math on this. Boom! Go again. No, we go success and failures. 2 success, 0 failures. So I believe I picked Destroy Enemy Troop, thinking that he would ram the 3-4 into that, or he could even ram the 3-2 into that. And I'm actually pretty surprised that he does not. He's just going for me, which is very world leader of him. And that's actually a great pick there. So, I'm figuring now's a good time for Always On Duty. Even though I'm not resetting anything, it'll keep me alive while I kill the 3-2. That's 3 for 3, ain't it, folks? 3 successes. And deal damage to that enemy warlord. Because if he plays a board wipe, it's not getting off anyway. The odds of him targeting a 2-2 with a tactic is pretty low. Boom! And I just got off 5 damage for that Always On Duty. He might ram the troop into it, though. Which, okay. I didn't get a Destroy Troop with it. Not that I thought that 2 attack would be likely to do it, so that's a failure. So 3 successes, 1 failure. But still, love it. So this is where I'm going, Destroy an Enemy Troop. Because I know that this guy has to remain on the board, and I can guarantee get it off. And I believe it's when either my Warlord attacks or when his Warlord is attacked. Which is it? When the enemy Warlord attacks. So okay, I can clear that off the board. Boom, got a nice 6-7. I think by this point in my games with Lionel Johnson, after I made the Abandoned Supply tweak, I realized that because my deck is mostly that middle group of Dreadwing, that tells me that Dreadwing are the most concentrated quest groups, which is a very good thing to fish for when you're trying to maximize your quests. So I think I usually pick the Raven Wing when... Oh, you know, if that fellow got off, that was a 4th success, wasn't it? 4 successes, 1 fail. I go for the Raven Wing when I need fast and flank, and I'll go with the far left when I want, I don't know, big shenanigan buffs. What happened here? Ah, we're resetting you. Boom, and we guaranteed that working, so 5 successes? Ooh, here it is. So, I just made a mistake. A subtle one. And actually, I would have won this turn if I had known. But if I had played this before attacking, I had gotten zealous. I had already called the attack before. I could have given him Survivor 2, or Sentence 2, sorry. Oh, that was another success for 6, technically. And when this guy had attacked, his attack would have done an extra 2, and his follow-up 2 would have done an extra 2. The enemy would be dead. But I'm winning anyway, so I'm not complaining, but sometimes do keep track of your main quest before you just tell all your guys to attack and then it's too late. But that's a permanent sentence too. In case that went too quick for you. When you complete 5 quests from that tactic that costs 1 energy, you get a 3 energy card that lets you pick one of 3 permanent effects. My favorite one is usually reduce the cost of all troops in your deck by 4 energy. In hand. It's just ridiculously amazing with all this 9, 5, 9, 8, 7 shenanigans. And he's dead. Sentence 2 permanent is a good follow-up because you're definitely going to wreck him with some tactics and troop hits if you get it off. Alright, who we got next here? And I kind of forget, I think one is like give +2/+2 to all your troops everywhere, which is pretty cool, I guess. Maybe not in play, though. That's the one, right? Play. Spacing out. Ooh, see, Abandoned Supplies. The one quest troop I didn't throw on this deck was the 10 energy, and it was like a common for 10 energy, and I already had 6 heavy costers, and Lionel Johnson just produces even more heavy costers. You will get to see that 10 energy troop. I guarantee it. Oh, and this guy is great. Well, it's a shame he doesn't have quest, but he just rally gives +1/+1 to all troops in your hand. 5 for 4/5. Like, yes, please, give me. Oh, we need a new count. So last time we had 6 successes and 1 failure. So let's see what this time is. Man, I didn't draw any troops this time. How sad. But to be fair, that's probably messing with him. Means he can't do anything. You know, I guess I could have played this fellow for reduced cost 1, but I wanted to make sure I got that quest off tactic first, so I said be the target of an enemy tactic. He feels like he's a big tactic deck, and sure enough, I called it. He hasn't been playing any troops, and he's running Torgadon, so boom, that's one. Success. Boom! 2 troops get a buff. What luck on that. I've never seen that card played very often, but it worked. It worked well. But at least I got off my rally effect, so. Hey, 0. Okay. What are we going? Deal damage to the enemy warlord. Okay, so now I'm doing a bit of a brute force numbers game. I figure he's going to target one of these 2 troops with a tactic, but not both. And if he does a board wipe, it's irrelevant. I'm hoping that one lives the turn and then I can hit him with it. So long. No luck, so that's a failure. For a 1-1. Booyah! That's 2 successes. Oh, baby. Am I dropping the big fatty? I guess at this point I figured use it or lose it. For that delay card. Oh, I'm picking enemy tactic for sure. Because either he can deal with it, or he can take 11 damage. Or, this one surprised me. I wish I had taken destroy enemy troop, I guess, but... Alrighty. Yeah, be the target of an enemy tactic. He's still so far just going for a tactic challenge. Okay. You're in a bad place, buddy. Let's face bash the 5-2. 4 damage one of the others. And screw it, bro. Maybe drop another 7. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sadly, that's lethal. That's 10 and 8, so... We only end this with 2 and 1, and since that fellow died without being targeted, I guess that's actually 2 failures. And these last 2,
have I told you the joke about
golly, if you end a game and they haven't gone on or off, are they failures? Yeah, we'll just not count them. So we'll call that a 2 and 2. And it looks like I'm flaunting a little rude. Although maybe I had a challenge that day for play troops or something. I think it was actually use warlord ability. Yeah, well. Alrighty, who we got next? Hibu Khan. Big boy? Yeah, I'll keep Pelagor. Look at these opening hands. Pretty, aren't they?
I will find redemption.
I mean, Forbidden Secret really helps, because it guarantees that between your ability, you always have the first 2 turns. You could technically make this whole deck 4 energy and up, and always still have a good pair of starting turns, if you don't mind being a little slow. See? First turn, 8, 6, and 2. That's the ratio of the deck. Because I hadn't played any yet. Hadn't added any to my hand. That's the ratio. Okie dokie. So I figured to just go ahead and pop that off ASAP, in case I drew into a nice 2-cost troop. Yeah, complete quests. It's the name of the game. This is Questravaganza. I almost went with Questivus. You'll have to let me know which title was. Questravaganza. That's a good troop for Sagya Mazan. Clever stuff there. Let's kill it. Bye-bye. Man, is that 2 games in a row that tactic is what got abandoned supplied? What are the odds? Yeah, more Dreadwing. See? More quest. How many? Ooh. So what does this tell me? He's probably got a lot of tactic. I think I'm going to start dropping for anti-tactic. Alrighty, let's drop a... Ooh, going for the 6/6. Make him earn it. Be the target of an enemy tactic. So I know he can deal 3 damage to him using that card. And then he'll probably have to, I don't know, do 4 damage with a tactic from his hand. This is the first quest troop I've played, so let's see what the succeed of... Yep. Couldn't face bash it, couldn't warlord power it. Rock. That's a success. Which is great, because that leaves him at 1, which means I can hit him. Let the good times roll. Ooh, do I go double troop or do I drop a 5? I'd like to think I drop a 5, because then on 7 I could drop 2. Yeah. And a frontline stops any fast shenanigans. Be a target of an enemy tactic. He's played his icy tactics here in the future. Alright, alright. Is it gonna work? Is it not? Ooh, it's gonna work. That's 2 successes. Free heals. And let's do it again. We're gonna say damage the enemy warlord. So a lot of... I hate sharing this because maybe it'll be used against me, but my sense is that if you have 2 troops and one is stronger than the other, they will target tactic the stronger one and do something to the weaker one. Just my hunch. But in this case, I think he's actually going to kill my 5/5. I did not pick destroy enemy troop. That's a failure. Quest failed. But we got a quest succeed coming right up. Boom! Oh, couldn't you have buffed one of the weaker ones? Ah, we're doing deal damage to the enemy. Yeah, because you know he's a 3/3, and we have a bigger target that he'll more likely target as a tactic. Alright, who are we hitting? Oh, the 3/2. He's already popped off, so. Alright, keep him coming. Oh, no, he targeted the one I picked. That's a fail. Should have just gone target for both. Yes! Success. Reckoning is now in range. Next turn. And that's 1 away. It's just... especially fun, because maybe these are the practice matches I'm using to dial the deck in. And there's a lot of tactic spam out here. In practice land. Sure. Oh, I'm pretty sure I picked tactic target. Sure. I think it's time for reckoning. Yep. Boom!
I have no guilt in ending your obstruction.
Yay. Oh, and he bows out after that. He did not want to deal with angry Lionel Johnson. Alrighty. Shabrandar. Can I handle the aggro? Let's find out. Hopefully I draw some frontline and not this. And that's one of the nice things about the questing troops. You know, when you get the 2 pairs of frontliners, you actually have a pretty good, you know, anti-rush. You get a little bit of everything. Oh, we're going to open with him. Yeah, because I don't want him face bashing me. And we're going to say damage the enemy warlord. Because it's very likely he is going to face bash into this 3/3. He could drop a fast. No, I mean, he could drop a 4/2 fast. But, booyah. Great success. Would have been nicer if he dinged me for the damage, but he might have drawn a card then. He was keeping his options open. He probably had 1 damage. Maybe not. Yep, Forbidden Secret. Oh yeah, and more Dreadwing. Give me a quest. Boom! Told you you'd be seeing him. The Venerable Prefecturus something something, what was that? Coriolanus Leviathan Dread. Oh my god, what a title. Gross. This sucks. Alright, let's get a... Yes! Thank god for the top deck. Kill an enemy troop. I'm hoping that he's going to ram a troop into him. Either a fast troop or this troop. Cool. Hit him again. Ah, okay. Oh. So, guess what, folks? He's going to take them both out. Isn't it cool? Wham. Oh, I'm sorry. For this game, we're at 2 successes now. And it kills them both. What did I pick? Yep, booyah! That's 3 successes. No failures. Oh yeah, and look at this. Destroy an enemy troop, yep. 5-3. I'll end up dying from it, but... Why did I pick that troop? Because I'm going to pop off the Imperative this turn, and there was no reason to cause damage to the Rager twice, so better to do it in this order. Boom! Down to 9. We've already procced 4 quests? Yeah, wait a minute, that's down to Reckoning... Oh yeah, because I just did it again. We're down to 4. And one of those must have popped off before I played the... yeah, that's why there's a difference. Seems like a good time to do this, but I think I'm actually gonna... Yeah, we can get a troop. I could do this. Why? Do I do it, or do I play the troop? And deal damage to the enemy warlord. He has so far not demonstrated very much in the way of tactics, and otherwise he's going to have to face bash into this, or... Let's see. Okay, he's keeping the health neck and neck. Conqueror. That's okay. I wouldn't have gotten anything off. Does that count as a failure? I suppose it does. He died and he didn't get it off, but it's not that... I mean, it's impossible to get off in that sense. We'll still call it a failure.
I died with your blood on my hands.
He is tired of the frontline quests. Whew. Love it. Alrighty, let's beat up a couple of a Primarch and a Knight. Alright, start a new succeed fail count. It's ranked time. Now we're playing for keeps.
History
Look at that
will be
hand.
made
1,
here.
2, 3.
These are noble words for a traitor.
They are noble words for a traitor.
The day will not save you.
Oh, it will. Come on, we know what I'm picking. And I love dropping this guy ASAP because, well, he has no troops to kill him. So if I can get him ahead of time, I can start bashing into him and deal damage to the enemy warlord. It's a great staple. Predictable. Let's hit him. That's 1 success. And let's play the 3. And let's say we're going to do the same thing. So I'm thinking, okay, he might drop 4 damage on the troop, but if he does, I can live with that. Oh, it's happening. It didn't. He went for me. And you know what that means? It means I get to heal. What, 3? Is it equal to my attack? Yeah, look at that. Bam, so that's 2 successes. 2 for 2. Deal damage to the enemy warlord. See, when he's got 5 energy coming up, I'm not gonna drop all the troops. Seems too likely to go bad. And sure enough, there's some AoE. Ow. Aw. Well, it's sad though, because I want to hit the enemy warlord for the quest. That's 3. And I don't want Jubok to live, so. Yeah, I'm hanging back. He's the type of warlord. Oh. Can you guess what I'm gonna play? What did he just copy? Shiza. What the hell? Oh, the 4 damage. He took the 4 damage heal for. Okay. Let us drop the Venerable and be the target of an enemy tactic. I assume he's gonna outflank him. Now, our opponent here is sadly gonna make a little mistake. He didn't attack before targeting my troop with a tactic. Bye-bye 5-7 for no damage. That's 4 successes.
Impressive.
Thanks. Well, let's drop a 7. Be the target of an enemy tactic. Because again, at this point it's a win-win. Either I hit him for 7, or he procs it. Ah, yes, buff all those wings in your deck. Sorry. Nice. Hit me. Draw a card. Oh no, resupply. Draw 2 cards. Cool. Alrighty then. I'll just go ahead and hit you for 7. Oh, we're gonna see what we draw first. Okay, good idea, good idea. Next turn. Drop the 5. And be the target of an enemy tactic. It's Horus, for goodness sake. These guys love their tactics. Destroy target. Defense satellite. Sadly, that is not a target one, but... Oh, you're dying. We're gonna have our first failure. 2 failures. That's 1 fail. Into the 7-2. That's 2 failures. So I'm 4/2 though. I'm still feeling pretty good. He's making up that difference. It's only a 3-point, and I'm about to bash into the 3-1, so... Alright, let's drop our 9/9 Knight. Say tactic. And then let's say damage to the enemy warlord. No, we're gonna go double tactic. Wow. Yeah, okay. We're at that point where we just want to win. Oh, that's a success. Making my troop a 5/5. Oh, I didn't know. That quest counts as its own quest? No, that was just the same one. Never mind. I think. Yeah, that was the 5th, which would take that to 9. Alrighty. I need to heal. There is too big a chance that he has double quick fire, 8 damage in his hand. I know he has at least 4 in his hand. He stole 1 from me. So we're gonna kill the troop, keep my health as high as possible, and now the most damage he can do is 2 from a face bash, then 2 and 2 and 8, which would be 14 damage total while I live.
I bring judgment.
I don't care about that, and here's why. We have Secrets of War. And that's going to give me, if I'm lucky, sentence 2 to the enemy. There it is! Ding, 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 ding. I'm learning. See, before I did some attacking and then played it, I needed to do it first. Bam. And I could have actually have... Yeah, I guess I could have popped my Warlord power a couple times and then hit him. Just for giggles. Alrighty. Let's beat up a knight. Let's beat up a knight. Oh, and that was an extra failure. Because I rammed my 5/5 into his troop and didn't get it. So that last one I had 5 successes, 4 failures. Really? I keep you? I keep you because you're a knight. One of the tricks to beating up the knights is to make sure to have lots of alpha damage. You need to be able to hit them with a troop and a tactic in the same turn, wipe out multiple weapons, and put them on their back foot. If you don't hit them hard all at once, it's no good. So I surprisingly kept a 4 energy cost card in my hand. But, as I've mentioned before, I can very safely have a good couple of turns. Quest, quest, quest. There's a fun little comic with a little green dinosaur fellow that always holds up a wooden sword saying quest. I don't remember the name of this comic, but it's wholesome. I hate you. I hate you, knights. This is gonna be such a satisfying final win for this video. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna drop the troop, though. No, but the troop will just die, see? I am gonna have to hit him for 4. Because he could deal 3 damage. It doesn't count as a tactic. It doesn't count as me damaging an enemy warlord. So I'm just not gonna waste. It would just completely go to waste. Maybe taking it down real quick. I hate this. He heals 1, which means I can't face bash it away anymore. So I have to choose between hitting him with a whole nother tactic, or perhaps playing something for 5. I think I'm going to play something for 5, hit him in the face. That 5 will soak 3 damage, probably take 2 damage from a second one or something. Let's find out what happens. Oh, we're going with you. Deal damage to the enemy warlord in combat. Okay, so my hope is that he hits it for 3 and then face bashes it. Let's see what happens. And I will always face bash the knight if they have a weapon out. And in fact, I make a huge mistake on this upcoming turn because I didn't read that effect. Because it doesn't just give him +4 attack, it gives it to him until his next turn. So he's probably thinking I'm not going to face bash him. Turns out I'm an idiot, didn't see that, and you know, this actually might have paid off for the greater good. Because I am going to face bash him. Remember, in live play, this was all very quick. I like to behave too quickly and give them less time to think. Hey, that was a weird animation. Okay, well, now between your shield and that, he won't deal damage to you, and that'll be another failure. So how many failures have we had? 2? I think I've only played 2 troops, and they both failed. Deal damage to the enemy warlord. Just gotta... In this case, it's almost like hopefulness. Like, the best case is that I can hit the enemy warlord. If he's gonna kill them, he's gonna kill them through weapons and not tactics. So... What's happening here? Okay. He buffed himself 1. Then he put on a new weapon, buffed himself again. He's going for the 3-4? But he has terrors. Failure. Well, destroyed enemy troop in combat. Really? Oh, because I guess that's there. All the things. That's what I picked? Let's hit him for 4. Oh, no, we don't. Actually, you're right. This is not a very strong effect, so... Okay, there's a Jubok there. Equitrez, sorry. There's an Equitrez there. We don't see it, apparently, in this replay, but he's there. I forgot that he played him. So pretend my cursor is now representing Equitrez, and I always get his name confused with Jubok. They're the, you know, the legendary bros. Why didn't I pick damage to the enemy warlord? Maybe I did. Maybe this whole file is corrupt at this point. That's who he targeted? I'm sorry, folks. I think this is off its rocker at this point. I haven't seen one of these goofed replays in so long. Okay, maybe that really did happen. I just don't understand. So what, that was like 1 failure, 2 successes, and another failure? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, something glitched there. There was a troop that I played, I wasn't shown, he destroyed an instant different troop, and this was the turn that I actually finished him on the dot. I did 4 damage there, so I must have hit him with something that was 8 costs, and... Sorry, but I did win. How weird. Let's see if that happens with Conrad Kurz. Just not used to
You have
that.
piled up
It's been
too
so
many
long. It's been months since I've had a goofed replay.
Stop it. Release me.
Okay, yeah. This is all goes very terribly, and one specific thing goes terribly that this deck definitely slacks on, which is troop control, as my opponent's going to get out the 6/5 terror, and if you can notice a lot of these troop attacks, they tend to be a little low. So I figured he can't double negative him, so he'll have to, you know, take it. Ta-da! I done goof here, though. I kind of forgot that he would be at 4 energy. Why shouldn't you play this at 4 energy? Well, he can hit him twice and then not proc because he deals no damage. If I dropped this fellow, on the other hand, he'd only be able to hit him once, he'd still be alive, and then I'd be able to hit him next turn, possibly buffing the 2/2 to 4/4 and keeping him useful. But I done diddly goofed. I did make him use up 4 out of a 5 energy turn. But this is where everything goes downhill, and I tried to salvage it. I really did, but it wasn't going to go well, because my next best solution was to face bash this 3 times and take 18 damage, and I wasn't ready to do it. And honestly, the hindsight is I should have. So we're at 1 success and 2 failures. And that makes things worse. Oh man, this is painful. I really just do not like that enemy warlord. And you think, you know, with all these big power troops, shouldn't you do an okay job? Well, he's actually been pretty damn aggressive, as opposed to a lot of these folks. He's playing him just right. 3 failures. Like, I should have been face bashing this whole time, but if I take 18 damage, I lose. But if I just keep losing troops, I lose. So, you know, I needed the deal 4 damage tactic to save me all that health. Didn't happen. Or I need to be fishing for Raven Guard or Wing. That would have helped. There we go, okay. But now here's a catch. I can't do anything else this turn if I do that. 3 energy is just nothing, and if I hit him with my face... So what's going to happen? I think that maybe with being a 7/7, I can stall out some. Do I take 4 damage? Of course. Can he now terrorize me again? Of course. And I've only gotten off 1 success. That's another failure for what? 4 failures? So now I'm like, cool. And he knew to attack before targeting it with tactic. A success! And he's at 10, he's gonna heal 8. I'm boned. So I figure I can save him from double tapping me by playing this troop, because if he goes with a sneak attack, he'll have only the 2 attack, and if he hits him twice, then it won't, otherwise he would have hit me for 4, and I'm just trying to save life at this point. Let's just drop down the biggest, fattest sons of bitches we can. That hopefully buff everything else. This might have been a better pick, actually. Hey, a heal. Another success. Maybe I can turn this around. We know I don't, but I'm starting to feel a little confident. Yeah, that's a good time to do that. I'm gonna kill that. And I'm gonna try to save my life a little longer. And yeah, he needs to die so that way he doesn't insta-gank that. Yada yada yada. But we all know what's about to happen. Can you say apotheosis? I hate that warlord. But there's definitely lots of decks that can beat him up real good. And in fact, I think most of my videos, I'm beating up Conrads in my weird memey ways. So, including the last one, I think. Last one I overswam him with troops and killed him before he hit 10 energy. So, not an impossible warlord, just one I hate. And I am the dead. GG though, buddy. You played exactly like every other version of yourself. So, I hope you enjoyed Questravaganza. How'd we do overall there? The first game we got off 6 successes, and then the next game we got 2, and then 4, and then 4, and then 5, and I think we got off the Reckoning maybe twice or so, and it could have been more on others, but just timing-wise and fun. I actually really enjoy this. It's a lot of thinking. You have to really pick what you're going to do based on the enemy's behavior, and at least in this case, that was 6 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 4 versus 2, 4 versus 1, 5 versus 3, 2 versus 4, but I won, and then that last one was like 3 versus 5 or something. So, definitely can get a majority of the time. I think if we total this all up, I'm in the positive. You're more likely to work and get your successful quests than not, especially if you keep a little meta knowledge in mind, what the enemy's likely to do on what energy turns, and you counterplay. You counterplay as hard as you can for what's going to happen. Tactics for the fat troops, enemy warlord damage for the low troops, kill enemy troops maybe with the medium troops when in doubt. I hope you like this. If you like it, like it. If you want to see more like it, subscribe, share this with your friends. I have a special warlord in mind for the next video. We're going to get back to some basics. So, Comatose loves you. Thanks for watching.